Do you want to know the biggest myth that I've heard about Daily 5? Daily 5 only works in primary grades. As a 5th grade teacher, I can confidently tell you that is not true. In fact, Daily 5 is the biggest reason that I'm able to consistently meet with my small reading groups while the rest of my class stays engaged, productive, and independent. Today I'm going to show you exactly how Daily 5 works in grades 3, 4, and 5 and why it may be the missing piece to your literacy block. Hey teacher friend, welcome back to my channel. My name's Molly and I've taught kindergarten, 1st grade, and now 5th grade, and I have used the Daily 5 my entire teaching career, and it is hands down the best tool you will ever use to be able to get to your reading groups. I've trained thousands of teachers on how to do this during my Daily 5 workshop, and I know you're going to love Daily 5 once you understand how to use it. Let's start with why Daily 5 sometimes fails in upper elementary. When I switched from kindergarten and 1st grade to 5th grade, I noticed that a lot of upper grade teachers were afraid of doing something like Daily 5 because they felt like it seemed babyish, that it was all centers, that everybody was going to be rotating the same direction, the same activity. And what they failed to realize is that the key of Daily 5 is teaching our students independence so that they can take ownership of their learning. And older students really do need to feel that ownership and feel a sense of autonomy during this time of the day. Daily 5 gives them choice, it creates independence, and it shows them that they can get work done after the whole group lesson so that their teacher can pull small groups, and they also love that small group time. If you've ever read a chapter book with your class and they loved it and they couldn't wait to keep reading, you can even deepen that with small groups because you're getting to have smaller, intimate conversations about the book and really targeting the kids on their level. The Daily 5 choices are what holds people back because they think you have to switch things out constantly, and really Daily 5 is all about routine and keeping things, the structure, the same. The choices for Daily 5 are read to self, work on writing, word work, listen to reading. Sometimes people do read to friend or read to someone, and book club. This is also that you can get to your book club or your small group time. You can call it work with teacher. You can call it whatever you want actually, but it's the time where the kids come to your small group table. So the key here really is that upper elementary students don't want cutesy activities that rotate all the time. They want autonomy. They want to learn the skill during the whole group lesson, and then they want to go apply the skill independently and get their work done while they're waiting for their small group time. Another mistake that I see is that Daily 5 sometimes gets accused of not having meaningful literacy work, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Because when you are taking your curriculum and tying your whole group lesson into your Daily 5 centers, you will see a huge impact on the learning your students do. Some teachers like to have a must-do, can-do list, and they don't really want the Daily 5 center system because they think it's too much work. But really, the must-do, can-do leaves kids with too much free time on their hands because they're not switching as frequently as they should be, or they're staying stuck on whatever it is they're doing. Daily 5 allows them to have the time they want to work on an activity, but then they know, okay, I've got 15 minutes to get this done, then I'm getting pulled to my small group. Tying your whole group lesson into all of this is just so key, and I know Daily 5 can work effectively with any curriculum because as teachers, we know that our curriculums change all the time, and so viewing it as a framework for your literacy block is a game changer. The key to making Daily 5 work is setting up the systems one at a time. So when you're launching Read to Self as the first Daily 5 station, you are not moving on to work on writing, let's say, next until your students have mastered it is what you are having them go over. So they're practicing how to read by themselves. You want to get to the 15-minute mark. You're going to build stamina. I love using a stamina building chart for this because it really motivates my students. So if we got to 6 minutes, let's say, the first day before somebody made a sound or interrupted, then I would say, let's try again. Maybe we can make to 8. And once you get to 15-minute mark with 0 interruptions, then you can move on to the next station. But stamina building is the key here. You cannot move on until it's done. Accountability is really huge with this, and we're not calling kids out when they maybe make a sound or somebody moves it when they shouldn't have during this time. You're just addressing the issue, talking about possible solutions, and moving forward. You'll notice your kids will get kind of competitive with it. They will want to get to that 15-minute mark, and they will not tolerate people messing it up repeatedly. Because Daily 5 is a system, you will find that if you launch it correctly, you do it with fidelity, you get stamina built, you won't be constantly monitoring behavior at this point. Of course, you're always scanning the room. You're a teacher. That's what you do. You're calling out behaviors if you need to. But because Daily 5 is such an excellent system, when set up properly, you're going to see less and less of this as time progresses. I really want to encourage you to use anchor charts in the beginning. Every single station you set up has a new anchor chart. You talk about what it means, what it looks like, what it sounds like. You practice it before you can move on. You're going over those expectations every single time while you're launching Daily 5. And then I'm going to encourage you, like moving forward, to use the same expectations every day before you launch your ELA block. Even when there's a sub there, you will find it is the most smooth part of your day because of this. It also gives accountability. If someone's talking, another kid in class is likely going to say, level 0, because they know that's not the expectation. If students need you every 5 minutes, then you don't have a literacy center problem, you have a systems problem, and that's what Daily 5 is going to fix for you. One of the toughest parts about getting Daily 5 going is for teachers thinking about their ELA schedule. So let's look at an example schedule together and figure out how we can make this work for you. Don't overthink this part. During my Daily 5 workshop, I'm going to give multiple examples from real teachers who have messaged me, and we'll walk through them all, talk through them all. But this example schedule shows you a whole group lesson, because that's going to be first, typically, and then some kind of word work or mini lesson to follow. There's so much to cover in our ELA curriculums, especially as 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers. And then you will notice the groups after that. So this one has 3 stations. I want to show 3 because it doesn't always have to be 5. Sometimes it might be 2, sometimes it might be 4. You're going to figure this out based on the time that you have and not overthink it. Also, when it comes to your small groups, I really want you to base that off of data that you have collected. And you know what I mean when I say that. You might have some kind of an assessment or a way that you want to group kids. Don't just make a list based on names or alphabetical order or something like that. You really need to have structure to that small group time. Okay, some objections to Daily 5 that I think it will be good for us to address together so that you can go into it strong with conviction that this is the best choice for you for your ELA block. Are students too old to do this? Absolutely not. In fact, Daily 5 is so much easier to launch in upper grades than it is early grades. I have experience with both, and I was shocked how quickly, when I switched from 1st to 5th, that my 5th graders could build stamina. Does it give them too much independence? Absolutely not. Kids are craving that. It's with structure. So you're not just throwing them to the wolves and saying, figure it out. You've trained them properly. They know what to do, and they love the independent part of it. Is it trying to put too much curriculum into one section? No, because Daily 5 is not a curriculum. You're using your ELA curriculum inside of the format of Daily 5. It's all about the structure of your literacy block. Daily 5 will fit seamlessly into it if you really take the time to adapt it for how it should work for you and not the other way around. Hopefully this video reassures you that Daily 5 can absolutely work in your upper elementary classroom, and if you want to dive deeper in it and really get your ELA block completely planned out for the fall, my Daily 5 workshop walks you through that. We're going to talk about the exact schedules, systems, literacy centers, reading group structures that I use with upper elementary, and perfect for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. You will see behind the scenes sneak peeks that I cannot show anywhere else. You'll see how I do everything in my classroom, and I've used Daily 5 for years and years at this point, and I've tweaked it so many times to make it more efficient, and I share all of that with you. You can use the QR code on the screen. The workshop is live on July 15th, and I will send you the replay. So even if you can't join live, that's totally okay. I've had teachers still sign up, and then they message me in the fall and they say, I finally watched your workshop while I was cutting out laminating, and it was amazing, and I feel like I teach small groups now. The link is also going to be in the description box, so make sure you check it out, get all of the details, and sign up. What other questions do you have about Daily 5? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and share it with a teacher bestie so that you guys can start pulling small groups and using the Daily 5 together. See you next time.